Hi, I'm here again for another edition of Book Review. I'm Dcns Joy Anwatu. I'm here to review another book of Christian, and the title of that book is Upbringing. Upbringing. This book is written by the Christian. It's a 10-chapter book, and it's among the newest books of the Christian. So I'm here to give you a summary of this book. So don't go anywhere. Okay, it is a great privilege for us to have someone God must depend on to guide our lives. Our lives will always be subjected to chaos and confusion when we don't have anyone to guide us. Esther became queen in Shushan because Mordecai brought her up. Apostle Paul was brought up by Gamaliel. Jesus became King of Kings and Lord of Lords because Christ brought him up. Every destination has a path that leads to it, and it is a wonderful thing for God to give us who know the way we must follow. Now, people's lives are wasted when they neglect the opportunity to be imparted. Upbringing has limitless power. Upbringing has limitless power. Those who prepare us for destiny are more important than the destiny. A lot of people remain on the floor throughout their life, either because they don't have anyone to take them up, or they don't have the opportunity to be brought up. Now, if we avoid those that God will depend on to take us up, we will definitely not go up, because God will always depend on people to take us up. However, we are not designed to live for everything that shows up. We must protect our lives. Therefore, we must not take impartation from people who are not meant to impart us. Whoever imparts us will definitely take part of our lives. It is not possible to go up without losing part of our lives to the journey. One of the greatest opportunities that life provides for us is to share ourselves with men and women of improved thoughts. Our mentalities are rescued from destruction when we are imparted by higher minds. Now, Mordecai was everything to Esther. Gamaliel was everything to Apostle Paul. Christ is everything to Jesus, and so on. Where we get to in life is determined by who is in charge of our journey. God can't teach us directly. Well, we must depend on men to teach us. We must not give ourselves to the tutelage of those who are ignorant of how our future looks like. Okay, there is a transfer of spirit in upbringing, and each spirit has a nature, weight, and degree of brightness. Blessed are you if you have someone that God will depend on to impart you with his kind of life. We must find out the spirit in teachers before learning from them, because these are not the days of ignorance. Yes and no is an important part of every successful living. If we don't refuse what we are not destined to take in, we will not be protected to take in what we are designed to take in. Fellowship can enhance the values of men. It can also destroy unguided lives. Now, it is possible for a great seed to be destroyed through indiscreet impartation. Impartation is an important aspect of upbringing. Those who willingly refuse the help of God ordained for them in men will remain on the floor. God will always exalt the humble, but the proud is destined to fall. The place we are brought up is an important aspect of our upbringing. We can't successfully deny the story that brought us to where we are. Now, whatever God will depend on to raise us up will always be found in our environment. The environment of every man is always part of him. A transformed environment can be a tool of preservation and prosperity. One of the reasonable ways to protect children is to provide a suitable environment for their upbringing. Although we need people, we don't need everybody. Satan destroys the destinies of men by introducing people they don't need into their lives. Sharing your life with covenant people is an important aspect of your preservation. We must enjoy the opportunity to impart people, because our legacies are preserved on earth by those we imparted. Okay, the name of Gamaliel was made popular because he imparted Apostle Paul. Impartation is never denied. Younger generations need to be imparted by those who are sure of what they have. There are always heads to lay hands on, and there are always ears to speak to. God depends on teachers and governors to prepare heads for their inheritance. Preparing heads for inheritance is more important than the inheritance. God subjects men under teachers and governors for a long time if their inheritance is huge. Now, examples: Moses was subjected to very strict tutelage because of the huge task of bringing the people of Israel out of the land of bondage and establishing them in the promised land. Parents must take unavoidable responsibility for the upbringing of their children because their destinies are forged through proper upbringing. Those who desire a notable place at the top must be brought up. No matter how prodigious her seeds are, impartation is still needed to enhance their values. Upbringing involves customs. Going to the synagogue to read scriptures was one of the customs that Jesus gave himself to. To give ourselves to certain things is as important as exonerating ourselves from certain things. People who have rich destinies will always be found around valuable places and valuable people. We need great contacts for mighty elevations. Now, during upbringing, people should be made to follow steps. Jesus arrived at the right hand of the Majesty on high by following the steps made in the life and light of Christ. Nobody denies all that happened to him in the path of life. Where we will arrive in life is controlled by the paths we follow. Prophecy made concerning the return of Jesus Christ will not be fulfilled except the Lion of Judah brings up a man, because the man brought up by the church can't accomplish the messianism of the sovereign king. It is very important for us to protect those who are under our care from the spells of strange impartations. Through upbringing, prodigies are connected to their destinies. Also in upbringing, what mentors take from men controls what they give to them, because two cannot work together except they agree. We are made unique through our upbringing. Whatever happens to us while growing up will always be part of our future. An upbringer is someone who represents God in our lives. Upbringers are blessings to those who have them. They are preservative powers. Upbringers should be seen as special gifts to us. Who train us is far more important than the training itself. Thank you so much. This is where I'm going to end the summary. You can see this book is a must read. It's loaded. You need to get a copy for yourself, for your children, for everybody. There's no mystery in this book. This book is a takeaway. It's for everybody to read and learn from it. So for you to get a copy of this book, you need to visit Shekinah Bookshop. I am right at the Shekinah Bookshop. This bookshop is located at the Locust Army International Headquarters Church at the road, Aja, Lagos, Nigeria. Or you can call 080-381-38751 or 080-3377-8843 to get a copy. You can also visit the website www.shekinahmediahouse.com to get the e-copy. Thank you so much for being part of this interesting edition. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. I will see you again in my next edition. Bye.